It is so good to see everybody here. I'm ready for NXT UK, and I hope that you are as well. You know, it's a private party. Tonight's stream is nothing but a private party because NXT UK, I'm doing it for only the second time ever. And the last time I did it, not a lot of people showed up, not a lot of people watch NXT UK. But now I have you guys, Bobby's here, Surf's here, Fashion Smooch's here, you guys are here. Let's see how NXT UK is gonna be. I don't watch NXT UK regularly either, so it's gonna be me watching the show after a tremendously long amount of time. But tonight's show is supposed to be it's supposed to be notable because we've got Roderick Strong making his debut. We've got Tyler Bate on the card. We've got Wolfgang on the card. By the way, Wolfgang fiance, I had the opportunity to interview her. Her name is Molly Spartan. I had the opportunity to interview her about a year ago. And it was a long interview. I believe it was a 2.5 hours long interview. You can check it out on the Wrassing show. It's streaming right now. But Wolfgang is going to be on the card. We've got Tyler Bate on the card. Of course, we've got Roderick Strong. So tonight's show, looks like it's going to be a great one. We've got Trent Seven. We've got Ashton Smith, Karcher. Good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Everybody, good to see everybody here. There I see Bobby says, I'm looking forward to watching Roderick Strong wrestling at NXT UK, and so am I. I can't wait to see what goodness he brings here. He's coming over from NXT UK, NXT 2.0, I'm sorry. And speaking of NXT 2.0, WWE recently announced their 14 new recruits to the Performance Center. One of them being Fallon Henley, a lady we have already seen on, I believe, NXT 2.0. She's already made her debut. She has about 5 years of experience under her belt as an independent star, and she used to be known as Tesha Price. So now she has joined WWE's Performance Center. Let's see how that goes. Then we've got Kayla Inlay, who's a big name as well. We've already seen her in NXT 2.0 as well. Another name here, I believe the youngest in the center, is 18-year-old Maddie Clincy. So she is a 6-time state champion already, and she has trained in competitive gymnastics for about 11 years. So she has a lot of experience under her belt too. Also has wrestled in the independent scene as Nikita Knight. So if your name is Nikita, your time is right in the WWE because all the Nikitas are getting out there. That's nice. We've also got Michelle, who basically used to wrestle under the moniker of Mother Lover Jake Tucker. So it's going to be interesting how we see her. And she has been trained actually by the likes of Kane, Natalia, Tyson Kidd, and Tom Pritchard. So of course she has really has an advantage as she gets in here. Then we also have Cone McKinney, we have Carla Gonzalez, Nimida Ogawu, Edwin Grande. Also, he comes from the University of Idaho. So this guy, definitely one of the NIL talents or something like that. And you've got Amelia Her, who is actually an 18-year-old criminal justice major. So she actually has a degree in criminal justice. I'm not too sure if she's actually finished her degree or she was actually pursuing it, but she's joining WWE as well, and she has about 2 years of experience of Taekwondo under her belt, and used to wrestle on the independent circuit as Notorious Mimi. So we've definitely heard of her as well, and these are all, joining the WWE's Performance Center very soon, and we could be seeing them here and there, or NXT Level Up, or maybe NXT 2.0. So let's see. So far, looks so good. What do I see here? And that's, of course, Roxy is joining. We cannot forget Roxy's going to be there, and that's right. That's right, absolutely. They did not mention that. It's weird that they did not, but I guess it's because of her past with ROH, and ROH now being a part of AEW. Maybe that's why they didn't mention her. Good pick right there, Surf Wrestling. You were right. Did not mention that. And yes, Bobby says it right there. One of them was trained by Tyson Kidd and Natalia and Kane. Definitely she has a big advantage. The mother lover, as she likes to call herself. And this lady is trained by Natalia. And if I can go back and I can think of the people I've spoken with, there's this guy, Victor, from the Ascension, who was also, friends with Natalia. And when he couldn't go to the WWE, when they came over to OVW to select people, and they didn't select him. And because they didn't select him, he had to go back to his home in Canada. And he was sitting there for an entire year without a job, without wrestling, nothing. I mean, his future looked dark. Then he reached out to Natalya, Tyson Kidd, and asked her to put in a good word for him. She did. And then, they had a meeting with John Laurinaitis. Something happened, and the stars aligned. And then, Victor was eventually signed to the WWE. So Natalya is a very good sport. And Victor, by the way, one of the nicest guys I've ever spoken to in the wrestling industry. Victor, such a nice guy, such a gem, such a great guy. And look who's here. Mr. X Superior is here. Good to see you. Gamer Boy is here. US Boy WWE is here. There you go. Good to see everybody here. That's right. Nathan Fraser is in action too. That's cool, man. If Nathan is there, that's awesome. Roxy is signed. That's right. Surf Wrestling. Bobby says Bianca Carelli was signed too. That's awesome. Look at that. All these names, jumping ship to WWE. It is a great time to be a wrestling fan because, wow, the roster is getting stacked. It's getting stacked. And yes, they said that we are not going to hire independent wrestlers. The dirt sheet said WWE has closed their doors on indie wrestlers. And look at the latest Performance Center signings. So many indie wrestlers. So, you know what? If you are an independent wrestler, not all hope is lost because they're still signing a lot of indies and they're doing a good job with them. They're bringing them over to the Performance Center where they're doing some magic with them before they put them on TV. So indie wrestlers, the door's still open for you. The door's not closed. So that's a great thing. Roxy also knows Sonya Deville. Definitely Roxy's out there, right? Surf, so a lot of people, I'm pretty sure she has a lot of connections in there. Beautiful stuff. Good stuff. Bobby says, I would like to see Molly Spartan wrestle. I know, I'm not too sure. Why is she not being used yet? She already has her fiance right there, so she should be used. And look at that. NXT UK is kicking off right now.
This match between me and A-Kid.
And A-Kid is in action. Look at that. We saw A-Kid this past Tuesday on NXT 2.0, so let's see if he's able to impress us tonight, right here in his home territory of NXT UK. Let's see. Did Victor do his own face paint? I actually did not ask him that. I should have asked him that, but I did not ask him that. But I know that the face paint was not his idea. The whole weird... these different, in their trons, whenever they made their entrance, you used to see all these logos, the pyramid, the Illuminati, all that kind of stuff. So the pyramid, Victor's partner, Connor, was a big fan of. He's a big fan of Egyptian stuff, so he was a fan of. So pyramid was their idea. But this Illuminati symbols and all that kind of stuff, that was not their idea. He said he was actually taken aback because the first time they made their entrance, they had no idea that they were going to be flashing all these symbols and stuff there. So he said, now people say that we are something to do with the Illuminati, we are a part of it or something like that. He says, no, we were never a part of it, we are still not a part of it, and those logos were just thrown out there by the company, and we had no say in it. They just thought it would work, and they just threw them out there without any, consultation with the Ascension. So that was a little weird right there. Before NXT, when they were in NXT, they were happy and they were doing what they loved and everything was going, right there. But when they came over to the main roster, they had to wear that vest and they had to get the face paint and the hair and all that kind of stuff. And he wasn't a fan of it. He was not a fan of it. And especially the hairline. Victor says he has an ugly hairline. He was not a fan of the hairline either, but they didn't want him to get rid of it. So, yeah. Not too surprising, right? Not too surprising. And look at that. A-Kid making his entrance, looking confident, looking good. There we go. Let's see. Who you guys got for this match? Do you guys... I'm thinking I'm going to go with A-Kid here. But what about you guys? Are you going to go with A-Kid as well? Or are you going with the other person? There you go. Carla Gonzalez should team up with Raquel Gonzalez. That's right. Right? It's written in the stars. Both the Gonzalez together. I think that would be beautiful. Let's do it. Molly Spartan have a tag team partner in UK. That's right, Casey Owens, a good friend of hers. We spoke about Casey Owens as well when we chatted. It was a long and elaborate interview. Molly loves to talk, and if she likes somebody that she's talking to, she'll go on, and she's an amazing person, beautiful heart. I mean, if you want to get to know everything about Molly, literally, check out, because there's 2 episodes of that interview, such a long interview, about 2-3 hours. Check it out on the playlist, The Wrassing Show, Molly Spartan. You're definitely going to like it because she shares a lot of stories. from the Me Too movement in wrestling to wrestling to industry, UK, US, everything. Check it out. Thank you so much, Multiple Sclerosis Awareness. Surf Wrestling says they got A-Kid, I got A-Kid too. It is so nice, look at that. You know, so many collaborations we see out there, different promotions collaborating with each other. But in the WWE itself, within the company, there are so many promotions, you know, I mean, territories. You got NXT 2.0, NXT UK Raw, SmackDown, and then you see NXT collaborating with Raw now, but you're also seeing NXT collaborate with NXT UK. It's beautiful. You know, a lot of people say, why does WWE not collaborate with other promotions? I guess that's because they already have so many subdivisions within themselves that they can just have enough of them, I guess. So look at that right now. But A-Kid is very much in control as we kick off this match. Look at that. It's hard to like them because of the Illuminati comparisons. But then they gave me Road Warrior vibes with their gear. Yeah, and speaking of Road Warriors and all that stuff, when they made their debut, I believe, they were asked to actually cut a promo on, I believe, Road Warriors, if I'm not wrong. And it was a very insulting promo that they had to take a dig at, you know, the legends. And Victor said that he wasn't a fan of it. He didn't want to do it. He just had to do it because, WWE wanted them to do it to get heat, but he wouldn't want to do it. So he felt uncomfortable, and later on they actually had a talk with the Road Warriors, if I remember the name correctly. They had a talk with the Road Warriors, they apologized to them, all that kind of stuff. So WWE did not really treat them well. And another thing that will be very surprising to you, that might be surprising. By the way, good to see you, Ricky. Welcome. Good to see you, brother. And another, thing that might be very surprising to you is that Victor told me that every single wrestler you saw NXT takeovers, you see all those matches, right? Before every single match on a pay-per-view, such as NXT takeover, every match has a hype package, a vignette, a video promoting the match. He said not for a single takeover of theirs, or not for a single match of theirs on the main roster, did they actually have a hype package, a hype video. None of that. He said backstage, wrestlers used to get interviewed, people used to go up to the wrestlers and speak with them, talk with them, chat with them. He's like, me and Connor, we were alone. Nobody came up to us. Nobody, asked us to do interviews or, do these vignettes or videos. He said nothing like that happened. I mean, they forgot about them. They didn't care about them enough. So, once he got released, he had some depressions. He was going through a hard time, a dark time. Then he took over meditation and yoga and started reading the Bhagavad Gita and stuff like that. And that helped him a lot. So Victor and Connor were really treated unfairly in the WWE. I mean, you guys must check out the interview because you will get to know so much more about it. So much more about it. D-Star is here. It says, NXT UK Watchalong. I'm in the UK and don't even know how to watch it. Is it on the network? Yes, it's on the network. Check it out, D-Star. Good to see you, brother. And Xavier says, it was hard to like them because that's right, of course. Surf says, I personally follow Nathan Fraser, indie wrestling career. He was on AEW Dark before NXT UK and Impact Wrestling against Chris Sabin. There you go. I'm going to look into him as well. Sounds interesting. Ricky, good to see you. A-Kid is my pick, says Bobby. And so far, this is what I feel about NXT UK. I mean, as I said earlier, I'm watching it for after a long time today. And as I can see, lots of technical wrestling, lots of it. So let me know. I mean, you guys have been watching it for a while, more than I have. So let me know about NXT UK. Is it all technical? Do they cut a lot of promos as well? Or is it mostly technical wrestling? Because that's what I've seen. The last time I tuned in, and even today, lots of technical wrestling here. But it's good. I like it. Look at that. A-Kid is beautiful. These two are like butter in the ring. So good. So smooth there. With the roll up there. Wow. And what do you guys think about the lack of audience members in the stadium or in the arena for these matches? Do you think that there should be audience, or maybe no audience is the right way to do it for NXT UK? What do you guys think about it? Ricky says, very soon, Vince would want to change NXT UK to NXT UK 2.0. Oh, Lord. I know, right? Triple H, I hope that he stays in control of NXT UK because it's so beautiful. And when I think of UK, when I think of the name UK, I'm always like, royalty. And I'm thinking about, decency. And I'm thinking about all the good stuff that can come into my mind. Royalty, decency, just awesome stuff, good stuff, right? High class stuff. But if I look at NXT UK right now, it's very teenagey, very punk, pop culture kind of stuff. But NXT UK is so classy, so royal, and I like it. I like the touch of it, the look of it. So I hope it stays that way. I hope it doesn't go crazy with the colors, because UK, should, as royal, is classy, and NXT UK should stay the same way, classy and royal. Let me know as well. I've never watched NXT UK. It seems more technical. I mean, what I'm watching right now, D-Star, it does seem technical. Look at A-Kid. But you know what? It's so good because these guys have such good chemistry. I'm watching them right now. It's like butter slipping over each other. So good, so smooth, and so hard-hitting as well. I'm looking at these back-and-forth punches, these roll-ups. They're incredible, man. They're incredible. They are so good together. Awesome stuff. Hello there, Mr. Referee is here. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Watching NXT here. Tune in if you haven't already. Tune in. And there you go. Exepeter says the UK title is one of the nicest. Exactly. I totally agree with you. The UK title is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't think there's any title right now on any promotion, if you look at any promotion, that is as beautiful and royal and classy looking like the UK title. That looks like a title. I mean, you compare that to the AEW title, you compare it to the Impact title, or even the world titles in the WWE. UK title looks like a title. So good. So beautiful. And there you go. Maron is here. AJ Styles. There we go. We're rooting for AJ Styles versus Edge. Looking forward to the match. I think it's going to be a great one. Bobby says, I always watch NXT UK. That's awesome. Bobby, I'm probably going to get to learn a lot more from you then regarding NXT UK. I'm looking forward to learn from you. As I said earlier, you guys are the co-host of the show. Everybody here is the co-host of the show. So I get to learn from you as I watch these shows. And NXT UK, I got a lot of learning to do here. But A-Kid, going strong. But right now, as I said, it's very technical. Tables turn here so quickly. A-Kid on the lower end, on the receiving end of the match right now, trying to turn it around, trying to get out of the submission hold, and there he does with a big kick to the neck. He's out of it. The referee escaped again. That's right, he did. And Surf Wrestling says, AJ, I would love to see Finn Balor be drafted to the NXT UK. He doesn't live far from there because of Ireland. Actually, yes, I was thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think about NXT UK? Is WWE not promoting it well enough on purpose? I mean, what's going on here? We don't really see a lot of bigger stars, right? Well-known stars, household names move over to NXT UK. We never see it. I mean, Roderick Strong is coming over from NXT 2.0 to UK today, which is cool. But we don't see names like Finn Balor or AJ Styles or, even the lesser-known names. Like, let's talk about somebody like Austin Theory or Matt Riddle move over to NXT UK quite often. We don't see it happening. So what is the reason behind it? Is it that they want to keep NXT UK very low-key? What's going on here? I totally don't get the whole idea behind it, because you have a promotion, which is great promotion, but you don't promote it enough, even you can. So I fail to understand what they're trying to do with NXT UK exactly. But the wrestling is great. Look at that. I'm watching this match right now. I'm dumbfounded because this match is beautiful, guys. This is not the kind of matches we see on regular television here and there. This is next level. This is very, very technical, and I'm loving it. Look at that. Very nice. It's beautiful. Back and forth submissions. There you go, with the roll-up right there. A-Kid kicks out, and with Fisherman suplex to A-Kid, and A-Kid kicks out again. This beautiful stuff. As I said, very technical, but very beautiful. I'm loving it. Wait, referee, wait. I see you, brother. I see you. D-Star says, NXT UK title is very nice. Unlike the AEW or WWE title, which are very evil. I knew that was coming. Love it. I have never watched NXT. I've never followed NXT UK, says Gamer Boy. Watching it because of you, AJ. You introduce me to new things every time. Thank you. That is such an honor. Thank you for that. So sweet. Ricky says, Spec Champion. I'm so happy Thunder Rosa won. That's right. I know a lot of people are still not over the fact that how incredible the main event was last night. Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. I mean, they tore the house down. You know, the blood, sweat. They gave it all to us, and you know what? They got all the respect back. So good. They earned a lot of respect last night. Both of them. Such a good match. Incredible. Thumbtacks. You know, steel chairs. Blood. Steel cage walls, everything got into play last night. It was such an incredible match. Both of them won that match. Such a good match. AJ, after Monday Night Raw went off the air, Seth Rollins turned babyface by attacking Austin Theory, and it went viral. I did hear about that too, Surf Wrestling. It's interesting, right? So if Seth Rollins is now a face, and if Cody Rhodes is actually coming back, does that mean, Surf, that Cody, if he's coming back, is going to be a heel? Is that what's going on here? Interesting, right? And US Boy says, yes, I don't think they're promoting UK. Even Drew McIntyre is from the UK. That's right. That's true. He's from the UK too. And when I spoke with Marley Spartan, she was like, we all look up to Drew McIntyre because he is an inspiration to everybody here in the UK. So, you know, being from the UK, he should at least show up here on NXT UK every once in a while. Maybe once in a year, you know, when they have their big show. And do something, you know, promote the show. Do something there, but they're not really doing it. I honestly thought it was just a NXT pay-per-view for the longest time, then learned it was a whole promotion, so it's superior. Exactly, right? There's a lot of confusion here. Even us fans who are like watching all the WWE shows regularly, NXT UK's awareness is not as much as there should be. So WWE really needs to put in some work, which I think on purpose they're not putting in. I'm not too sure why though. I guess we'll have to see. This match is still going on. Such a beautiful match. By the way, no commercials. We have been watching this for 17 minutes long. I mean, you know, you look at Raw, you look at SmackDown. When do we ever get oh my gosh. Wow. A-Kid just got dirty right there. I think A-Kid's in trouble right now. A-Kid could be losing this one. Look at that. Yes, he taps out. He taps out. We were all wrong. A-Kid loses the match, but he didn't lose fair and square. He got jumped by somebody right there ringside. The referee didn't see it, and A-Kid has lost thanks to the brutal submission hold. And this was a good 18 minutes long match. I mean, look at NXT, SmackDown, Raw, even NXT 2.0. When do we ever get to see 18-minute long matches on those shows without any commercials? Never. We never do. And this was an incredible match. Such a good match. That's right. Bobby says NXT UK showcases veteran wrestlers. I mean, look at Wolfgang, right? Such a veteran wrestler, such an experienced guy right there. They do good showcasing the best of the UK for sure. They do that for sure. And what else do we have here? I'm ready for hurting you. There you go. I see what you mean to the referee right there. Executor says, I agree that they don't promote enough. NXT UK showcase young athletes and showcase veteran wrestlers, says Bobby. I mean, we're looking at it right now. You know, A-Kid's there. Such a good match this was. Really tore the whole house down. Good, it was good. But again, question back to you guys. What do you feel about there not being... Oh, by the way, NXT UK Heritage Cup Championship is up to come. Alright, so we're going to be in for a Heritage Championship match. Up next. Sweet. We're in for a treat tonight, guys. Now, question to you. What do you guys think about there being no audience in attendance for NXT UK shows? Do you think that there should be audience? There should not be audience? What do you think about it?
Coming all the way from the United States.
Oh, Roderick Strong's here. Look at that. Wait a second.
Is this a bad time?
Wolfgang.
No, it's not. It's okay, listen. I need something that's going to take me to that next level. Something that's going to get Wolfgang.
Wolfgang, say no more. We've noticed the momentum that you've been on, and I was just about to make an announcement, but this works perfectly. Next week, your opponent will be Roderick Strong.
Wait a second. I thought Wolfgang was facing Roderick Strong tonight. So it's happening next week? Interesting. I thought Wolfgang was going to be facing Roderick Strong tonight. Okay. Alright. I had no idea. Cool, I guess. That's cool. So what else do we have here? We see Surfers and Sings. I think Britt Baker is coming to Impact Wrestling next week to challenge Diana for the ROH Championship at Super Show. Man, I think it could happen. And if that happens, I don't know why, but I expect Britt Baker to actually take away the ROH Championship from Diana Peraza. I think it could happen. And if Britt Baker shows up, I think she's going to take it. Because no way is she losing 2 big matches in a row, like that, and losing all her momentum. Also, since ROH is now Tony Khan's promotion, they probably want the title back home, right? Not at Impact, but back home. So that could be one way to do it. And there I see Mr. Referee says, I got to study. Your turn is coming, referee. Wait for me. All right, have fun studying, buddy. Got to see you soon. And, Exhibitor says, big W from Rosa. It was big. Ricky says, AJ, I got a question. Are you had NJPW Strong Watchalong? Became Cross, had big match in New Japan. I really want to do NJPW Strong, and I've asked you guys, help me out with the Strong schedule, because I was trying to look it up online. I just couldn't figure out what days does Strong air, what time does it air. It was very confusing to me. So if you guys know what days does the newer shows, episodes of Strong air, let me know, because I know on Thursday nights, it's the previous and older episodes of Strong that air. So when do the newer episodes actually go on the air? So if you guys know, let me know. I appreciate it. Attacking Austin Theory doesn't mean Rollins will stay babyface. Oh, look who's here. Mr. True is here. True, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're watching NXT UK today. And if you want to tune in, because so far, seems to be a good show.
Who's this? Ira, if you want championship match, just ask. I don't ask for things. I take them.
A very cinematic promo right there. They're making good use of the LED screens around the ring. And, wow. Cinematic. Okay, so we're gonna get a Heritage Cup Championship match up next. But we're also gonna be getting a NXT UK Women's Championship match in 2 weeks. And this seems to be a pretty good championship match. I think I'm already excited. Gonna be looking forward to it. NXT UK Championship match in 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it already. I think it's gonna be good. And what else are we seeing right now?
Championship. Well, obviously, I'd love to face Ignis Statlaw in the future, but I think in this moment in time, it's important for me to. Oh, so sorry, I hate to interrupt. I just can't believe you actually brought a camera crew here.
The one reason I'll have to tune into NXT UK every single week now is the accent. You gotta love the British accent, so sweet. Check it out.
Elliot James, I am always
so good.
2 levels.
This is music to my ears. I'm tuning in just for the accent. It's so good. Anyways, Bobby says NXT showcases veteran wrestlers, young wrestlers. That's right. AJ, that's what I said. NXT UK's underdog. It has the Fight Club vibe. That's true. Are you streaming Bloodsport 8 tonight? Bloodsport 8 tonight. Let's see. Let me look it up, actually. Let me look it up at the time, because I wasn't sure about it. So, let's see. GCW. Bloodsport. Because we're also doing Impact Wrestling Watchalong tonight. So, what time does Bloodsport go on? Let's see. Bloodsport 8. Time. So, let's see. No, Bloodsport 8. No. I think you got it wrong, Surf Wrestling. Bloodsport 8 is actually in 14 days, as I can see here. Not tonight, but in 14 days, it seems. So, we still have some time to go. April 1st is Bloodsport 8, so we still have some time to go. It's alright. Not tonight. It's not happening tonight, which is good. And next up here says, are the COVID protocols different? I don't think that COVID protocols are there in the UK anymore, because I got some friends there, and from what I heard from there was that COVID protocols are out the window. I mean, masks, I believe, are not mandatory. Testing's not mandatory, I believe. You can do whatever. I don't think you have to quarantine anymore. So, yeah, that's definitely not because of COVID. I think it's another reason behind it. There's no audience. Let's see. And AJ, you want to know a dream match we should get? Top Fight versus Laura the Kid and Ace Austin. That'd be pretty cool as well, for sure. Absolutely. And Bobby says I'm 0 out of 1. That is right. 0 out of 1 is everybody, because everybody thought A-Kid was going to be winning it. But no, A-Kid lost. Bobby says Naam Dar won Heritage Cup on October 28th. He beat Tyler Bates. So he has been the champion, the Heritage Cup owner for quite a while now. October and now it's March. So that is impressive. In about 6 months. That is cool. That is awesome. Look at that. No problem in surf wrestling, but that's for sure. Gonna be doing the Fight Club, the Bloodsport Watchalong. But it's interesting because April 1st is gonna be crazy jam-packed. You've got the Hall of Fame ceremony, you've got SmackDown, you've got GCW, you've got, I believe, another few couple good shows out there. So many good shows happening on the same exact day. Is interesting. You also got NXT's pay-per-view, right? Stand and Deliver also happening around the same time. So it's interesting how they've got so many shows, such jam-packed, not in the same weekend, not in the same week, but at the same damn day, which is interesting to me. Speaking of interesting, this match right here seems pretty interesting. Look at that.
He is a nasty individual. As Danny Jones. Oh wow!
So they're definitely piping in some. Wait a second. So they definitely pipe in some fake crowd sounds here, because I don't see anybody in attendance. I don't even see any staff member in attendance. So we do hear some crowd sounds, some clapping. So that has to be piped in for sure in the post-editing, post-production. Naam Dar is amazing. I would love to see him in the Bullet Club. Would love that too, man. Absolutely. But Bullet Club, I don't know if I can call the Bullet Club that we see at Impact Wrestling the Bullet Club anymore, because they don't really seem very loyal to the Bullet Club anymore. They all seem more about themselves than the Bullet Club. I don't see the Bullet Club pride in all of them anymore, so I don't know. Maybe we need newer members in the Bullet Club, the members who would be proud of the Bullet Club, not themselves, but of the club. So what do we see on Impact Wrestling? I don't know if that's the real Bullet Club that I can get behind. Deonna Purrazzo have wrestled on NXT UK before, that's right, she has, and I spoke with her, right, when I spoke with her, did the interview with her, she was like, you know, that one company, I was there, and then my fiance was there, of course, Steve Macklin, that at that time was her boyfriend, and she was like, you know what, they didn't give them opportunities, they didn't give Steve any opportunity. Now that he's in Impact Wrestling, he's gonna go crazy, he's gonna go wild, sky's the limit for him, and she just seems super proud. So I know Deonna Purrazzo, very, very happy, you know, being at Impact Wrestling, and she's very happy for Steve as well. I know Steve also is very happy at Impact Wrestling right now. And another person that I spoke with, who was very happy to be released from the company, that is WWE, and joining ROH along with her husband, was Maria Kanellis. When I did the interview with her, she was in tears while she was talking about Mike Bennett, because she said Mike was basically used as a pawn, he was used as a clown, he was just horsed around, taken advantage of in the WWE. She used terms like my poor husband, they took advantage of him, you know, used him as a joke. And then he said now that he's in ROH, he's gonna go wild. You're gonna see the animal in him. She said, this was her exact same phrase. Maria Kanellis said, you know, a lion in a cage, that is Mike right now, because he's set free from the cage and he will go crazy. And I can't wait for everybody to see what magic he brings to ROH. And sadly, ROH didn't take off. Instead, because of the pandemic, it got shut down. So now Maria and Mike, and of course the Honor No More Club, or Honor No More faction, has joined Impact, and ROH is under a whole new management. So we'll have to see how ROH does now and how Mike Bennett does now. But it's gotta be interesting. Speaking of ROH, I've got another interesting fact. I was in touch with a few people at ROH. You know, I know that they'd been working there for over a decade, actually, about 15, 16 years. And now that Tony Khan owns it, they're releasing a lot of people. They recently released one of their longest hired employee, about 16, 17 years under the belt at ROH, released. So definitely that shows that, you know, with the new management, they want an entire new system, entire new structure. It's going to be interesting how ROH, you know, shapes up under the new management, under the new ownership of Tony Khan. Let's see and hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. And yeah, that's you gotta go. AJ, I love Steve Macklin gimmick right now. That's right. I love it too. I think Steve Maclin is doing fantastic. You know, he was one of the forgotten sons in WWE and really was forgotten. Right now, he's shining. He's getting his shine. He's going up the ranks. I know he recently had his first ever title match, a solo title match, at Impact Wrestling, which was great. And I think the sky's the limit for him because he's got the looks, he's got the girl, he's got the skills. I think it's going to take him places for sure. And there you go. I love that X Superior. I love wrestling. And this is what it's all about, you know? I mean, here, what do we do? We watch these shows, we do these watch-alongs, and we sit down here and we talk wrestling. No matter the promotion, no matter the wrestler, we just come here to talk wrestling because at the end of the day, we love wrestling, and that is what it's all about. That's right, X Superior. I love that. Bobby says Matt Riddle have wrestled on NXT UK before. That is right. He has. He has done that. He's been there. Sweet. So, I'm a little confused here because Roderick Strong was definitely supposed to be here tonight. And I from what I believe, that he was supposed to be wrestling, you know, he was supposed to be wrestling Wolfgang. I'm looking at the, wait a second, I'm going to look at the preview once again. I can look at the preview and it says that, yeah, the preview says that Strong is wrestling Wolfgang tonight. So I'm not too sure why is the match taking place next week instead of tonight. Oh dear. I see what's happening here. Okay, the match is taking place tonight. I'm sorry about that. It is taking place tonight. Yeah. That is interesting, what I'm seeing right now. So what match do you guys see on your TV screens right now? Because I think what I'm seeing is a little different than the reality. It looks like I'm living in another matrix right now. Let me know what match do you see right now, guys. Because I'm seeing a whole nother reality at the moment, which is not right. AJ, do you think Vince pull him out? Probably Surf for sure. So Bobby, are you watching the show right now? Because I think what I was watching was a previous episode. I think my stream was not right. I was watching a previous episode of NXT UK, which was a letdown. So let's see. Yeah, my NXT UK is I'm watching a previous week. That's not right. Let's get this fixed here. Okay. NXT UK. Let's see. Anyways, let's see. BT is here. Good to see you. We're struggling to find a stream for NXT UK. D-Star said it. I'm in the UK. I don't even know when NXT UK goes live. So D-Star, there you go. I'm struggling to watch it right now. I can't find it, which is not right. Dear oh dear. Let's see. NXT UK. Let's try to find it. We're looking at 17. So there we go. Now I've found it, guys. I've found it. I got it. There we go. There we go. And Surf says, I love NXT UK. I love that, brother. I love that you love NXT UK. And I am almost found the stream, so that's good news. I have found the stream, and we're going to be tuning in to tonight's NXT UK. Oh, dear. Perfect. Perfect. Good to see you, BT. Good to see everybody here. Where did Gargano go after release? I haven't seen his name anywhere. I knew he was injured, though. That's right. Absolutely. And yeah, he was supposed to go places after he got released. We thought that he was going to go over to AEW or elsewhere, but ultimately he just has gone nowhere right now. Even Candice, we don't know about them. So I don't know. And also, if you think about it, where do we want to see Gargano go next? Where do we want to see him now? Because definitely he has not I don't know if he's going to go to AEW. AEW is jam-packed right now. You look at Jeff Hardy. You look at all the new recruits, all the new signings. You look at Keith Lee. By the way, Keith Lee, the roster right now is so jam-packed, AEW, that Keith Lee cannot even get a spot on Dynamite. He's always wrestling on Rampage. And I get it if it happens once or twice, but it's become a pattern now. Every single week, Keith Lee cuts a promo or a backstage interview on Dynamite, and he shows them on Rampage to actually wrestle. So the roster is definitely getting jam-packed. And I don't know if Johnny Gargano actually has a spot left on the roster for himself. So that we'll have to see. We will have to see that for sure. And so for those of you who are watching NXT UK right now, have they already aired the match, the Roderick Strong match? Because I think what I was watching earlier was a different stream, and it kind of glitched out for me. So let me know what you're watching. Gargano is with his wife and newborn son. He's not rushing back. He doesn't need to rush back. He's got the money. He's got everything going. Anytime he actually wants to come back, I think he'll be more than happy, to join any company, and any company would be more than happy to have him back. So yeah, that's right. He doesn't need to rush it. He'll be just fine whenever he wants to wrestle. So that's one thing for them. Charlie Dempsey is William Regal's son. Yeah, that's right. William Regal's son also doing well. And what else do we have here? Surf says Gargano is anywhere. How bad did Pete Dunne? To personally, I think Gargano is going to go to New Japan strong first. I think if he goes to NJPW, he's got to be fine. I think he's going to be just fine. I think he'll like it there as well. He'll be right at home. But if you look at Pete Dunne, or as you want to call him, Butch now, they butchered his name, made him Butch, which is pretty interesting. So Pete Dunne is doing well. I would say he's doing okay after what happened with Big E last week. Let's see how they do. Do the whole faction now. Are they going to be treating, Big E? Are they going to be treating this guy Sheamus properly? Are they going to be treating, Pete Dunne properly? Are they going to be treating Ridge Holland properly at the hands of who? Big E got injured. So let's see if Ridge Holland has any backstage, heat on himself or not. That we will have to see. That is yet to be seen, guys. And here, as I can tell you, I am actually struggling to find a proper stream for NXT UK. What I'm looking at here are streams from last week. So I'm looking at streams that aired, the show that aired last week for the March 10th are the streams that I'm actually getting here. So definitely having troubles logging into NXT UK here, which is unfortunate. So if anybody here is actually watching NXT UK, let me know if you can see what's happening right now. What shows are you able to watch? Because I am getting all the streams from last week, which is funny, and it goes on to show how how many people actually tune into NXT UK. Exappear says definitely no need to rush. I just enjoyed his matches. That's right, absolutely. He's a new father. He's having a good time at home. Happy there. Good for him. Surf Wrestling says, AJ, I'm hearing rumors since yesterday that Dakota Kai and Shotzi Blackheart getting released after WrestleMania and a few more. And that is the pattern. We see stars getting released. I mean, before all of these random budget cuts started to come any time of the year, what used to happen traditionally was that wrestlers used to get released, let's say, after WrestleMania. Everybody knew that, hey, you know what, you have to perform your very best until you get to WrestleMania, because after WrestleMania, there will be budget cuts coming. And I spoke with a few wrestlers, who have been with the WWE for some time, and that's what they told me, that, the tradition used to be, after WrestleMania, everybody used to be prepared that people will get, released. That is the tradition. So, speaking of what you say here, Dakota Kai, Shotzi Blackheart, I'm not too sure if releasing Dakota Kai would be a good idea, because I think she's doing good. She's rising up the ranks, really making a name for herself right now. But if you look at Shotzi Blackheart, I don't know about Shotzi. I think she's an interesting personality. When she got actually hired by the WWE, was released, because I was actually surprised, because Shotzi has some controversial past, right? Some of the stuff that she's done is controversial. So I was surprised when she actually got hired, which is good, because she definitely has a lot of charisma. She's a likable personality to some extent. She's good. But if she gets released, I wouldn't be very surprised, considering they have released a lot more stars who actually brought in a lot more money than Shotzi. And Shotzi's fan base also quite limited. She's not Becky Lynch in any shape or form. She's not Bayley. She's not Alexa Bliss. She has a very limited fan base. So if they release her, I would not be wholly surprised. But if they release Dakota Kai, I think it'll be a mistake. I think Dakota Kai could be the next star. Dakota Kai is the next Bayley, that's right. They should not be releasing her. That would be a bad idea. But, of course, Shotzi, you should go to get released. What could happen? Anyways, guys, this has been a good chat. What we're doing right here is we're chatting because NXT UK stream decided to botch. And I actually can't find the stream for NXT UK. What I'm looking at here is NXT UK March the 10th. So the show that aired last week is what I'm looking at here. I can't really find NXT UK March 17th, which is funny because they say they're airing it live on the streams, looking at all the streams, but they're actually airing the March 10th show. So it's a recap that I'm getting here. So what we'll do here is I'm going to wrap up this little stream, and I'm going to be back for Impact Wrestling tonight. Of course, we're going to do an Impact Wrestling watch-along. We're going to have some fun. Tonight's Impact Wrestling is going to be a great show. As I said earlier, all these shows that we saw so far this week have been on fire. Apart from Raw, NXT UK was amazing. AEW Dynamite was amazing. And NXT, UK, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was amazing. It is amazing right now. I just can't find it. So I'm going to be here for Impact Wrestling tonight. Got to be watching with all of you, so be sure to be there. Let's have some fun. Let's play some... I know, BT Sports Surf, I'm not able to look it up because, I'm not in the UK, so having some hard time there as well, so that's a little unfortunate. But you know what? For next week, for NXT UK, I'm going to be better prepared, and I'm going to be making sure I have the stream in place before I jump on here. But thank you so much for being so patient and watching, not watching, but actually chatting with me all about NXT UK and about wrestling. Much love to all of you. And as I said earlier, I'm going to be back here for the Impact Wrestling watch-along later tonight. And we're going to be playing some PlayStation while we watch the show. We're going to be chatting. We're going to be having a good time. So I'm going to be watching all of you. I'm going to be looking forward to watching Impact with all of you later tonight. I hope you all have a great, fantastic rest of the day. And I see another comment here from Bobby. Says, I hope WWE doesn't release Tiffany and Lash Legend. I hope so too, Bobby. Actually, I know a lot of fans are not, into Tiffany so far. Some of them complain that this is a very washed up gimmick, very old gimmick. It's just recycled garbage. I've seen these terms flying around on social media when it comes to Tiffany Stratton, but I disagree, and I agree with you, Bobby, is that Tiffany, I think, is money. I think she can actually bring in a lot of viewers, and her gimmick right now is actually fresh, because we haven't seen a gimmick like this in a long time. And this is a gimmick that is very thin between TV-14 and PG, because while it hints at TV-14, it is still somehow PG. So it's interesting how they're playing it out. I think that they're going to do well with Tiffany. I hope so. I don't think they're going to release her. I think she's going to go big. And I can only imagine a feud between Tiffany and Charlotte. When Tiffany is good in the ring and she's good to go with Charlotte, I think that would be a very memorable feud, because you've got Charlotte Flair, who is, Ric Flair's daughter, also known as her daddy's girl, because a lot of people say that Charlotte Flair is here because of her father and whatnot. So it would be interesting. I can only imagine the feud between Charlotte and Tiffany, a daddy's girl versus a legend's girl. It would be amazing, and a legend herself. I think it'd be pretty damn cool. I think Tiffany has some good stuff to come. I can't wait for her to see and to rise with the ranks and really see her go to the top. I don't think she's going to get released. I think she's going to get pushed, hopefully. And Lash Legend, I also think she's just getting started. She'll do good. She'll do great, Bobby. Absolutely. Once again, thanks. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Had a great chat. I was glad I was able to stop by and, talk some NXT UK with all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Surf says, Impact Wrestling is pretty good tonight. You never know who could get... yeah, that's right. Impact Wrestling always has some surprises up their sleeves. So I'm going to be looking forward to it. Exepeter, it is always a blast, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to be seeing you later tonight for Impact Wrestling. You guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you.